Family, we are back. Make sure you all hit that thumbs up button. It does help the channel so much. And yeah, thanks for all the happy birthday wishes and all that good stuff. I want to get into something real quick, you guys. I want to teach you about how awkward things could be in the industry slash studios. Wink, wink. We're gonna get into a story about Beyonce, Tierra Marie, Rihanna, and Jay-Z. You guys know how I feel about dude. Top lip is in sections, not too appealing to the eye, pause. So people like that tend to do or lure females with certain things. And I feel like that's all this dude's life has been, especially when he got attached to the fame, then the money. We know money make people move. We know money will make people overlook certain ailments or negative attributes about a person. Let's get into the story, y'all. Shout out to Culture Spill. It's titled Why Beyonce Hated Tierra Marie. Let's go.
Say to thank for kickstarting her career, but unfortunately, it was at the expense of another equally talented rising star, Tierra Marie.
I signed Rihanna, and we had a showcase. And at the showcase, there were two artists performing. Her name is Tierra Marie, and she's a really sweet girl. And the truth is,
y'all know how Rihanna got her start, right? Some dude went to Barbados, 3 in the morning at the hotel, this, that. They came to audition, wink, wink.
Paying a little more attention to her than I was to Rihanna.
After the showcase, Queen Bey knew exactly who she preferred between Rihanna and Tierra, and she made her choice very well known to L.A. Reid.
You know, Beyonce just gave me one of those looks, and he said, that Rihanna girl, she's a beast. And she looked away, right? And I was like, so I did a Rihanna double take.
Okay, but did Queen Bey have ill motives when she told L.A. Reid that Rihanna was a beast? Because according to some people, she definitely felt threatened by Tierra Marie's talent and basically just sabotaged her, especially after Jay called her Princess of the Rock. Truth be told, Tierra Marie was on the fast track to becoming the next big superstar with 2 hits already under her belt. So it's not that hard to believe that she was kinda sabotaged, especially since people kept comparing her to Rihanna and saying that they had beef. Well, back in the day, Tierra sat down with Gossip and revealed details about her relationship with Rihanna, stating that there was no beef.
This whole Rihanna beef thing is we never. I was so.
Take the sound like a video. I did want to play that because of the music in the background. Let's go.
Was not the reason why she was dropped from their label.
And I don't think that any of my fans should feel.
Supposedly Queen Bey, who was responsible for getting her dropped, and L.A. Reid kinda confirmed that. In an excerpt from his memoir, Sing to Me, My Story of Making Music, Finding Magic, and Searching for Who's Next, L.A. Reid wrote that when he first met Rihanna, he just laid eyes on her in the hallway, and he didn't know that she was a singer or anything. She was just a pretty girl standing outside someone's office. Jay-Z had already heard Rihanna sing, so he pushed for her to be signed. L.A. Reid also wrote, after signing Rihanna, Jay-Z and his team did the A&R for her first album. I had nothing to do with it. The funny thing about Rihanna...
Do y'all remember all them rumors that they were all intertwined, Jay-Z and Rihanna and Beyonce? I really feel like Beyonce was threatened by Tierra Marie and also Rihanna.
The success was that we signed 2 girls at that time, Rihanna and a lovely young lady named Tierra Marie. According to L.A. Reid, they had an in-house company showcase, and Beyonce happened to be there with Jay-Z and Tierra Marie, Rihanna, a 4-girl group called Black Butterfly, and paid more attention to her. Remember, Rihanna already had a hit with Pon de Replay, but they still thought it was Tierra Marie who would be a bigger star. However, after the showcase, Beyonce...
Ooh. Look at bruh. Beyonce look horrible too. I ain't never saw bruh look like that before.
It went to L.A. Reid.
Gosh, she looks evil.
Everything changed.
It wasn't as though I didn't believe in Rihanna. I love that girl, right? But I paid a little more attention when Beyonce said that to me.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was how the label started focusing on Rihanna and stopped focusing on Tierra. For her part, Rihanna was actually singing Beyonce's praises over and over and over.
And so has she given you any kind of advice or...
Yeah, she actually wrote me this cute little letter, and
she signed it with her autograph. It was so cute. When I first met her, and she wrote, she was telling me, just let loose when you perform and just have fun and be in control.
In a different interview, Rihanna also gushed about how every other artist should be like Beyonce.
The first thing I saw, was her beauty and how beautiful she was. And then I listened to her music and I loved her music. She's incredibly talented.
I think she looks good with that head covered up. She got a tall ass forehead.
Became a problem. But even before that, Rihanna was also getting a little too close to Jay-Z.
Working with Jay and having a collaboration with him is just one of those things that everyone dreams to do in their musical career. And here I am at 19 years old with the #1 single and featuring Jay-Z. It's just, I can't fathom it sometimes. It's just too much for me it's overwhelming sometimes.
There were even reports that Jay-Z started hitting on Riri and had an affair with her. Well,
and he did.
Rihanna's publicist also said that they came up with the rumor to push Rihanna's career by saying in an email, the PR stunt that I did was out of desperation to help break Pon de Replay.
Y'all know how I say everybody nowadays feuding and having all these issues is free promo and it's all staged. I feel like this is sort of the same thing. I feel like it was the same thing, period, but it was like a cover up. I feel like they made this publicist go out here and say that, oh, well, yeah, I was just trying to throw spaghetti at the wall and see what would stick with this rumor to push the whatever. No, Jay-Z didn't want to lose his marriage, allegedly, and he had to find a scapegoat. So what better than to force someone or pay someone or tell someone they're not going to have a job if they don't go out and say this to cover up a situation. Everything I just said is allegedly. It didn't happen that way. It's just what I feel.
It was reckless, and I didn't think it was going to work. I was just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what would stick. The publicist also said that they didn't think it would be that big of a story. But seeing Beyonce suffer and knowing that people were profiting from speculations and opinions about her really turned his stomach. In addition,
seeing Beyonce suffer, do y'all think that's the part where she, look at that picture she held up. Got the panda eyes, the tongue, dualistic colors. Yeah. Anyway, I think, let me just shut up. Let's go.
Rihanna started to become more popular than Beyonce, and apparently Queen Bey felt threatened.
That part. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say what I was about to say. Do y'all think that's what led into her heavy comatose state, shall I say, with the medicines and stuff like that? Remember how she was rocking and all that stuff? I'm just saying.
And that is when their beef escalated. And guess what? Rihanna also got the same medicine Tiara got because Beyonce also turned on her. Allegedly, Jay-Z and Beyonce went behind Rihanna's back and leaked her album Anti prematurely to help prop up Beyonce's formation. Anti leaked on Tidal, the streaming service which is owned by the Carters, earlier than it was expected to, which led to Rihanna releasing it herself, offering up free downloads for fans to hear the album without paying for it. Then, at the Tidal press conference around the same time, an insider talked about what was going on behind the scenes, saying they refused to stand next to each other or speak with each other. Handlers and coordinators went to great...
This shingle?
Take this time to like the video. Y'all know I'm about to point something out. Hold on real quick. Now, they refused to stand next to each other or speak with each other. Handlers and coordinators went to great lengths to keep the divas happy. A lot of people like to act up when I use the word handlers as if it's just something that's made up. No, these people have handlers. When I was with QC, we had a number of handlers, but it's crazy because when you're in that environment, that line of work, and you're just thirsty to get some money and to do what you think is moving up in your profession, you don't look at these people like handlers. They give them different names, but they're really your handlers. The things you do, they're going back to the higher ups and they're telling these people the things you buy. who you talk to, how you feel, things like that. They go back and they tell these people because they are handlers and they are there to handle you in a bunch of different ways. I didn't mean anything nefarious by that, but as far as just like they're there to monitor you, period.
Choreographed, and these two had almost nothing to do with each other. So basically, Beyonce sort of made the label pick Rihanna over Tiara because she apparently felt threatened. And then Rihanna just went ahead and took over. And followers definitely agree that she did Tiara dirty. As one person wrote, "They smile in your face, but be plotting behind your back. Beyonce did Tiara dirty." And another person added, "IDK about that. Tiara was actually the label favorite, literally up until Beyonce put a bag in L.A. Reid's ear that she saw something in Rihanna. Beyonce out here starting and ending careers." As for the reason they gave Tiara for dropping her, they said her debut album sales didn't look promising. Her album sold 69,000 copies in the first week, but the album peaked at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and number 2 on the Billboard Top R&B and Hip Hop Albums chart, which some would say is pretty decent for a new artist. But you know what the crazy part is about Rihanna's debut album? Music of the Sun also sold the same amount as Tiara's album, selling 69,000.
Interesting. That 69 is very interesting. I'm not saying it for the obvious reasons. I'm just saying it because I know how important numbers are to these people. 200 position, Billboard Top 200, 10. Interesting.
Copies in the first week, but Tiara was dropped over the phone on her prom night.
Well, you know, what happened was I got dropped from Rockefeller on my prom day. You know, they didn't know. Getting ready for the prom? Yeah, honey, getting ready. I was putting lotion on my leg.
See how young she was?
Ring, ring. Hey, yeah, we're going to be letting you go. I was like, oh.
Damn. As far as her relationship with Jay-Z.
Did y'all hear what was just said? Dropped on her prom night. If you're going to prom, that means you attend a certain level of education. You guys get where I'm going with it. She was dropped on her prom night. She was dropped on her prom night. She was dropped on her prom night. Foxy Brown. Okay. There was another one I think we did a video on. If y'all don't pay attention, man, I can't force y'all to pay attention, but pay attention, please.
Tiara Marie said that there was nothing personal between the two aside from doing business. Well, she didn't have much to say about Beyonce, and in case you were wondering why, your guess is as good as mine. But just to be fair, some people also said that Tiara's marketing was just off from the beginning, even if Beyonce may have whispered something to L.A. Reid. I mean, she was 15, 16, singing about how and her audience, plus Tiara to work with, and
she was dropped on her prom night. I think y'all might get the point now.
Very volatile. Eventually, it all caught up with her when she faced jail time for alleged relationship. Her heartbreak seemed to go unnoticed by her castmates as a reason for her downward spiral on the story for another day, guys. But what are your thoughts?
She was dropped on her prom night. I just want to put that in perspective for y'all. So now you can go back and look at all the pictures, listen to the lyrics, and assess things for yourself about this whole little dark aura around this guy with a sectioned off top lip, looks like the dude off the cigarette pack. And I'm going to end the video right now. Hit that thumbs up button. And I just want to let you guys know and teach you guys so that you can learn how despicable things can be in the studio/industry. I want you guys to learn how quickly things can go awry. I want you to learn how people act, how they'll snatch your future right away from you because of their lack of anything. Just because they're lacking and you're good, they don't like that. Then they probably know that Mr. Camelman likes certain numbers. Wink, wink. She got dropped prom night. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. Like the video, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out.